Welcome back to BBB Adventures, everybody.
Welcome back.
Yeah, today is
What is today? June 6th?
It's June 6th.
June
This is
6th.
Thursday.
It's June 6th.
We'll see you on Saturday.
You know what you do on June 6th?
You ride a bike.
You ride a bike. Particularly when you've got what may be the nicest day of the year.
No
so far.
wind.
It's going to be very low winds. There's never anything like, there's never no winds in Idaho Falls, but today is very low and it's going to be 86 degrees. It's very beautiful. And I got to continue to do triple bypass training. Triple bypass? What is that, you ask? Is that a surgery? So what's the triple bypass? Well, it's one of the 4 major heart surgeries performed on patients who have blocked blood vessels feeding the heart muscle. Oops, I clicked on the wrong Google link. Hold on. Actually, the triple bypass I'm attempting is a bike ride in Colorado. It started back in 1988 when a group of cyclists decided it would be fun to ride from Evergreen to the Vail Valley in Colorado. Their website claims it's a bucket list ride, which makes me wonder about people's bucket lists. On the plus side, the ride has generated and donated millions of dollars to charitable nonprofit organizations. Now let's review the ride stats. It's 118 miles long with a total climb of 10,800 feet over 3 mountain passes called Juniper, Loveland, and Vail. Oh, and it's not a 2 or 3 day ride. This has to be completed basically during the daylight hours of a single day, which happens to be July 13th this year. Now you may be asking yourself, why? And I don't really have a good answer other than to blame it on this guy. That's right, it's our dear friend Brian, whom we first met back in Taiwan in 2014.
Welcome to Helen's.
Yeah, you made it.
Here. Hard work, good
work.
times.
It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day up in the mountain. It really is beautiful. He's done RAGBRAI with us several times and was looking into other biking events when he found the triple bypass. And somehow he used his powers of persuasion to convince me I should join him. And I thought he was my friend. So now back to where we started this episode. So, as you can see, that's not an event that you just, drop into Colorado and spend a day on the bike and have a good time and, stop at a few breweries or whatever. That's not what this is. So you got to be a little bit prepared. So I've been training, and today, given this beautiful day, I am going to attempt to ascend this hill that we train on. It's about, from here to the top of where I'm going to go, it's about 1,400 feet, but I'm going to do some hill repeats. I'm going to try to do it 3 times. I've done it twice, 2.5 times. I've not done it 3 times. Maybe I'll do it 4 times, depending how I feel. The knee's a little sore, so we'll see how I go. But today is a big training day. So we're going to bring you along and show you what my training routine looks like. Let's take a quick view of the training route, which takes us east out of the city into the foothills and to the top of the ridge where the county landfill is located, which is about 12 miles and 1,400 feet from our house. From our house to the bottom of this training hill, you got to go through about half of Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls is a small town. But this is one of my favorite streets. It's got a nice big bike lane and a beautiful tree line. There's a center park. Yeah, this is a beautiful way to warm up. And I don't hit it too hard at first. I like to get my blood pumping, get those knees lubricated. Morning. Get the blood to the knees, get the knees. Motion is lotion. Get those knees lubed up. Yeah, so I cruise along in here about 16, 17 miles an hour, not super fast. In Idaho, there's a thing called the Idaho stop, where cyclists do not have to stop at stop signs. They treat them as a yield sign. And you're allowed to treat a red light as a stop sign. You have to come
to a stop, but you don't have to wait for it to turn green if there's no traffic in the cross direction. If it's safe, you can legally proceed through the intersection. This is a pretty busy road, so I doubt I'll get the chance, but we'll see. No, I might get a chance though. Yep. Oh, that guy's a red light. I got a green anyway. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna keep going down this beautiful road. I'm at 4.3 miles. So after about 4 miles, I'm pretty far east of town, and hopefully you can see the hill ahead of me. That's what I'm going to be climbing today. At the top of that hill, in fact, the whole hillside there is covered in windmills. So one thing is, if you're looking for a new place to live and you don't like wind, don't move to some place where they think it's a good idea to put windmills everywhere, because they don't put windmills in places where the wind doesn't blow. The good news is they're not turning. Now normally when I'm about this place and right, I look up there and those windmills are whirling around. But today, I don't think they're moving at all. The prevailing winds come out of the south-southwest. So even when it's windy, when I'm going up the hill, it's a tailwind. It can often get up to about 18 plus miles an hour. And when you're coming down, that headwind isn't much fun. It blows you around. And sometimes it's a side wind because, you know, the road doesn't go perfectly east or west. All right, soon I gotta start going up. This is what I consider the start of the climb. I've come up a couple hundred feet, but this is really the start of the consistent climb. And if I were just coming out here to climb this once, I'd probably hit it pretty hard. But what I've heard from other people that have done the triple bypass is to start slow. In fact, one person said, you want to be the last one to the top of the first peak. I get that. I get that because when Mary Beth and I used to stair climb, we climbed the stairs to the top of the 101 as part of a race once, twice, maybe 3 times. And the first time I did it, I started out too fast. I was double stepping. I was going fast, and then I hit a wall, and it made it really hard to finish. So I get that. Don't start too fast. So today I'm gonna go pretty slow up the first time. I'll probably go slow up all times, but I'm not gonna push myself for this first, hi horsey, for this first run up the hill. Our destination today, which is at the top, what I'm going to call the top of this ridge that we're climbing up to, is the county landfill. So the garbage trucks take the garbage to a transfer station, gets loaded on these big semi-trailers, and they haul it up to the landfill. We might see, since today's a Thursday, oh, here comes one now. This truck's coming back to get loaded, so This truck is the trucks that take the garbage up to the landfill. I found the truck drivers to be quite polite and give you lots of space, which is nice. But the landfill is our destination. 3 times. It's our destination 3 times today. Here we go. I'm up to 400 feet, and so far it's been 4 and 5%. And I can do second gear on my bike 4 or 5%, but now it's 6 and 7. There's a section at 8%. I gotta be in low gear to keep my cadence up, keep the force down on my knees. So I use the, not just how I feel, but also the feedback from my Garmin to determine what gear. Yeah, you can see those windmills now. Nobody's turning. That's great. So we're 7.3 miles from home, and we are outside of the urban area. Ooh. What a beautiful day. Wow. I'm at 8 miles from the house and about 550 feet. There's one little down up here before you basically climb all the way back, and then you basically climb all the way to the top. So I like to stop up here because it's been 8 miles and my legs are totally warmed up, and I find it really good to stop up here at the top of this, stretch my legs, stretch my hamstrings, stretch my quads. So I'm gonna do that. But one thing you learn when you live in southeast Idaho is before you stop, make sure there's no rattlesnakes. There's a ton of rattlesnakes up here. I don't see any, particularly this time of year. In the winter they're hibernating, but this time of year nobody needs a snaky snake. Okay, spent a few minutes stretching, had a nice big drink, and I've been trying these drink powders I got from a place called The Feed that the triple bypass people recommended, but basically I don't remember the brand, but it's basically got a bunch of salts and carbohydrates in there. It's supposed to help you. It's better than water, apparently. I don't normally take those, but they're so highly recommended for this ride. I've been trying to get myself used to them. Anyway, you can see the road straight ahead, down, and then up we go. Let's keep on keeping it on, people. Garbage truck. Okay, I'm at 10 miles, 1,000, just over 1,000 feet. 7% grade. The hard part's coming up. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep going until I get to the bottom of the hard part, and then I'll tell you about it.
So after Brentley set off on his first trip up the hill, Disco and I went to the grocery store. We needed to pick up a couple of things for lunch. And we stopped back at home, dropped off those groceries, and now we are almost to the top. And I think we are just about going to beat Brentley to the top. We'll see. As I turn this corner, I might be able to see him, unless he's already on his way back down. If I can see him as I turn this corner, he has just reached the steepest part of the climb.
Well, I stopped. You can see the valley down there, the plateau where Idaho Falls is. This is the hard part. I know the camera doesn't make it look steep. The camera never does. But I've been up there a bunch of times. And from here to where it looks like the top is the hardest section of this ride. It is 8 to 12%. No, 11. There's one little section that bips to 11, but a lot of it's 10%. It's 8 at the bottom and top. It's hard. It's short, but it's hard. I usually stop here. I stretch my legs a little, and then I hit it. I don't like stopping for very long, because if I stop for too long, then my legs get too used to being stopped, and I get the burnies in my legs. So I'm just gonna readjust this knee brace and get a drink and head up the hill.
I see him. He has stopped at the bottom of the steepest part. How's it going?
Hi, buddy. Hi, Disco Doggy.
He's been looking for you.
Hi, Disco Doggy.
How's your knee?
It could be better. But
You still gonna go to the top?
yeah, I'll see you at the top.
I'll see you at the landfill.
Hi, buddy. Oh my goodness.
Ooh, I may have stopped too long. Little burnies. Okay. 8%. Ay, ay, ay. 9. 10. Still 10. I'm going 5.2 miles an hour. Whew. This is hard. 9%. But now it's going to get better. 8%. Whew. That's hard. It gets a little easier, but I don't think that's ever going to be easy. Not for me, anyway. I guess I won't be trying out for the Tour de France anytime soon. Ah, there you go. 7%. Oh yeah. Seems easy. Oh.
It's really pretty with the mountains in the background. Probably not going to seem very good on the TV. But I sure can see him. Disco sees his
Is that
daddy.
my Disco Doggy? Is that my Disco Doggy? Is that my Disco Doggy?
Is that my Disco Doggy?
It's not here.
Oh, hi, 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 hi. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. Oh, it is. It is my Disco Doggy. Hi. Oh yes. Oh, what a good boy. What a good boy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's the steep part?
Hard. It gets incrementally easier, but I was just telling people that's never going to be easy.
No, you just get faster.
Yeah, it just keeps getting harder. But I'm not going to be. My Tour de France days are probably behind me.
Yeah.
They were probably always behind me. Ah.
I'm sorry to interrupt your coverage of Brentley's training ride, but I have breaking news here at Frank's Place today. Breaking news as in super exciting, not something's broken. Let's go inside and see. Breaking news, Brentley, what's breaking news here at Frank's Place?
Well, here I am at Frank's Place, and the breaking news, like Mary Beth said, the breaking news is, you're not gonna believe it.
But this
has really happened. It's the motor. The
motor's
motor
in Luna!
The powertrain is back in Luna.
Ta-da! Look at that.
Stay tuned for a future Builder Series episode where you can watch this miracle happen.
Back to Brentley on the hill.
Back to the cycling.
Go, 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 go. Jayo, jayo.
Bye, buddy.
That big dirt pile over there is the landfill. There's Franklin. That was close.
Yeah, they almost got you.
I didn't though.
They didn't. I gotta get out.
Down I go. So that is 11.4 miles at about 1,500 feet. So now I'm gonna go down probably 6 or 7 miles, 6 miles maybe, and turn around and gain another 1,000 to 1,000-ish feet. So I'll do that two more times.
We're gonna catch Brentley on a descent. It's right at the beginning of the steepest part of this climb. And then we'll go down a little bit further and watch him zoom past us even faster, maybe. He's so fast. Really misses his daddy, even though he can see him right up there. He doesn't understand why he's now holding him.
After completing the first round of climbing, MB, Disco, and I sat at the bottom of the hill and relaxed, and Disco got some daddy time. He also inspected my bike to make sure everything was A-OK.
Remember me, I remember you. I've been thinking about you more than ever.
But after some time, I knew I had to get going again if I was going to complete a few more hill repeats. So MB and Disco headed home, and I headed back up.
Back to when we were kids and didn't care if we were acting stupid, 'cause all we had was eyes.
Okay. Well, I hung out with Mary Beth and Disco for a minute. It's time to start climbing again. So I'm at 1600. Yep, nope. 16 miles, 1,550 feet. So, up I go. Up, up, up.
I'm gonna go home after this.
Okay.
Be safe.
Okay, bye.
Really? You're with your mommy. Remember me? Remember me? I'm right here.
All right. 18 miles, 1,960 feet. My knee's hurting a little. I'm gonna see if it'll improve. I'm not gonna push hard, but I gotta push through it unless it gets really bad. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm at 2,150 feet and I've gone almost 19 miles. My knee's starting to hurt a little bit, so I'm gonna give it a tiny rest. You gotta listen to your body. And I've learned that just a little bit of rest and a tiny little stretch, usually my knee does better. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'm gonna keep on heading up. And if you're wondering why I'm not wearing a helmet, it's because the camera is on top of my helmet. And to film myself, I have to take it off. Okay. Uppity, uppity, up. Knee feels better. Those little breaks are really amazing. You need to stop about every 1,000 feet. So that's okay. I can do that. Coming around the bend for the second time to the bottom of the hard part. I will stop at the bottom again, tighten up my knee brace, get a drink. Hopefully the hard part's not awful. It won't be. I mean, it actually does get incrementally easier. The first time I did it this season, I was about 15 pounds heavier and way out of shape. I had to do the paper boy zigzags up the hill, hoping no traffic would come. But I don't have to do that anymore. But it's hard. So I'll get up here and stop. Get ready. Well, I made it to the top of the hard part. It was okay. About the same as the first time. I'm glad it's not longer. I think my knee could take it. Okay, well, made it up here for the second time. 20.6 miles and 2,760 feet. Wow. To show you what you can see up here. Yep. That's the Grand Tetons. They're about 70 miles from here as the crow flies. But that's how beautiful it is today. Yeah. Well, time to head back down the hill. Yep, windmills are starting to turn just a little bit. There's supposed to be a 7 or 8 mile an hour wind in the afternoon. So it's probably going to pick up a little bit, but that's okay. I'm used to the 15 to 18 or whatever up here, so this feels great. So I'm probably not going to film the entire ride down, but I'll see you at the bottom. I'm heading up for the third run. I'm at 25.6 miles, 2,860 feet. Currently climbing at 5%, going 6 miles an hour. Knee is not worse, not better. So I'm just gonna keep climbing. I'm at 27 miles, 3,217 feet, 4% grade, 8 miles an hour. I'm at the bottom of the steep part for the third time today. It is 1:14, 28.8 miles, 3,640 feet. I'm gonna ride, I don't know how many feet it is to the top. I will assess that when I get there, but I may go down to the bottom and turn around and go up a little bit, a fourth run, only to get to 4,000 feet or more. That is my goal for today. So I'm gonna struggle through this steep part, hope my knee holds it together, and I'll see you at the top. Here we go. Okay. I'm nearing the top of the steep part. Oh, it's harder this time. The first 2 times seemed the same, but oh, it's a lot harder this time. My legs are tired. Whew. Come on now, let's do this. 9, 8. Oh yeah. Oh. That was hard. Oh. Wow. That was hard. 29.8 miles. 3,983 feet. And it is 1:27 in the afternoon. I got to get to the point where I can do that more. At least 5 more times. Seems impossible. But that's all for today. Heading back to the house. I'm feeling pretty tired. Feeling pretty tired. But this beautiful street is such a pleasure to pedal on. Home sweet home. Well, that was tough. It really was tough. That's my training routine. To be honest, I'm worried because I did 4,000 feet, 41.3 miles, and I'm exhausted. I gotta do that. That's a third of what I have to do. Well, that's it. Wish me luck. That's probably it for this episode of my hour training with dribble bypass.
That's your training.
If you don't forget to let us know. Just saying, let us know if you're going to Ragbri, or even if you're not going to Ragbri and you're interested in contributing to the beer fund. We'll give you a buff. Okay, enjoy the ride. Wear a helmet.